debt exchange program was a very successful program, achieving 95% participation. And on this note, I would like to appeal to the people of Ghana to forgive us, It is never the intention of any government to impose hardships on its people. It was a necessary, very important decision at the time that if we avoided it, our economy will not recover such as it has recovered today. But also to thank you, the people of Ghana, to thank you on behalf of the President for the sacrifices, for the efforts that you all have made in participating in the domestic debt exchange program that saved our economy. And so I thank you very much for that support you gave to the government.
We have it. That's the Finance Minister, Dr. Amin Adam, expressing some apologies to the people of Ghana for the economic woes that we are facing. But that apology has come under scrutiny. The bondholders, the Pensioner Bondholders Forum, are saying that the apology will not suffice. There's more to be done than saying sorry. Let's discuss this. Dr. Edu Anane is convener of the Pensioners and Bondholders Forum, and he joins us now via Zoom. Doc, good morning to you, and it's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
Okay. So, what exactly are your concerns in terms of, first, the apology that the Finance Minister is offering to us Ghanaians, and then the concerns of the Pensioners Bondholders Forum? Situate your issues for me this morning. Doc, if you can hear me, unmute. Okay, we're trying to get Dr. Edu Anane back on the line, but not too long ago, the former Deputy Finance Minister Kwaku Atting said that indeed, not just the NPP, but politicians need to apologize or make amends for where the country has been driven into now. I'm talking about in terms of our development trajectory, we are not doing well. And the politics, the kind of politics we practice, needs some more work to be done. Not long ago after that, there was that Kennedy-Japan statement, or, telling politicians that if they don't make amends for the economic woes we are facing in this country, Ghanaians will not listen to them, or the voting population will not listen to what they're saying.
The move by the central bank marked the most.
Whether or not that influenced the apology we got from the Finance Minister yesterday is a question that needs to be answered. But that apology has come, and it doesn't seem to sit well with a lot of people because, and I listened to Dr. Edu Anane yesterday, and he says that when someone slaps you and then apologizes afterwards, it doesn't mean you don't feel the effects of the slap. Let's try and get back on the phone with him and see if we can have this conversation. Dr. Edu Anane is the convener for the Pensioners and Bondholders Forum, and we are still trying to connect with him. But their issue is that government has not actually paid all the coupons that they promised to pay them. These pensioners are still struggling to get their own money back. If the Finance Minister is saying that the domestic debt exchange program achieved 95% participation, which was very necessary to take the country out from the situation we were in to some sort of normalcy, because we are on the way to economic recovery. But that, they're saying, is not enough. Dr. Edu Anane joins me now via Zoom. Doc, let's try this again. I was asking you to situate your issues for me this morning. First, on the back of that apology that the Finance Minister gave, and then what the concerns of the pensioner bondholders are.
Well, thank you. I think I've said that traditionally and culturally, we expect people who have done you something wrong to apologize. Sometimes we even drag people to the chiefs to seek that apology. So making an apology or rendering an apology is acceptable traditionally and culturally. And so it is good if you do something and you see that it has affected your brother or sister and you apologize for that. So that is an acceptable practice in our society. But I keep on saying that the fact that you have apologized doesn't mean the wound or the trouble that you have caused your fellow human being get healed. And we have an adage in Akan which says, "Kose kose, inkum ikru." Ikru means a sore. So if somebody has done you something and has created a sore on your body, and the person keep on saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry," our elders say it doesn't heal that wound or that sore that has been created. So that is the apology. Accepted, but it doesn't heal or cure the problem that you have caused. So that's all that I can say. Apology will be accepted, but you should know that that is not going to cure the sore or the wound that you have afflicted on your brother or sister.
Right. And the Locked Up Investment Forum Holders Forum have also resumed picketing. Talk to me about that. You're picketing at the Finance Ministry. What are your demands as we speak?
You mean the previous picketing or the current picketing?
The current picketing.
The current picketing is about the Locked Up Investment.
Right.
Yes. We are making some progress. Yes, last week we sent a letter to the ministry after we have realized that the government cannot make any our concern. And so we have sent a letter to the Finance Ministry that the government provided for 4 billion in the budget to take care of NIB recapitalization, and then the legacy issues, which mainly are the customers of fund management companies, including Google's fund managers, Black Shield, who have still not been paid. They were paid $50,000 previously. And then part of the amount was also going to be used to address the distress specialized deposit-taking institutions, which includes the companies that we have our investment in, Bailey, NDK Financial Services, and Bond Savings and Loans, SDC Financial Services, and SIC Life Savings and Loans. The two SIC Life Savings and Loans and Bond SDC say they have another way of managing the problem. But NDK,
what is this other way they are proposing?
Bond Savings and Loans do not have any other way of managing until the government gives them a bailout. So the two of them
Dr. Edouanane,
have 2.2 billion
Doc, can you hear me?
Owed to investors which are locked up. And these locked up funds mainly belong to the retirees. People are not saving in this country when they are young. It's only when they get older that they save.
You said they are proposing other ways of managing this debt. And I'm asking, what are the other ways they are proposing, if you can hear me? Looks like we're having some network challenges in connecting with Doug, but he was just telling us about the current picketing that has resumed, and that is for the Locked Up Investment Holders Forum, and they're saying that up till now they don't know whether or not their monies are going to be released, and they need these monies. It is theirs. And so some of them have proposed. He said SIC and SD. Okay, we have him back on the line. Doc, you were saying SIC and SDC are saying they have other ways of managing this debt. They're proposing other ways. I was asking you to elaborate more on these other ways they're proposing. What are they saying?
SIC Life Savings and Loans.
Right.
SIC Life Savings and Loans says they are a government institution. It's owned by SIC Life Insurance. And so they are saying they are talking to government to give them more capital so that they can address these issues. And then SDC Financial Services is also saying that they have a lot of funds with the Ministry of Finance in the form of certificates that they have to pay on to their contractors. So if the government pays all that amount to SIC, SDC, Savings Life, SDC Financial Services, they can pay every client that they owe. So if you take those two out, then we have the NDK, and then Bond Savings and Loans. And that's why we are now concentrating on the two, which their figure is the 2.2 that we are talking about. And we are saying if the government has provided for 4 billion and then is using 2.3 for NIB's recapitalization and another 1.5 to pay the legacy issues, which includes Google's fund management or Black Shield capital management clients, then there's a balance of only 200 million.
Right.
And we have written a letter to the government that at least you should start using that 200 million to resolve.
Have you got any response from the government so far?
Yes, yesterday we went to meet them. We went there on the picketing. We went there to find out what is happening because we don't want the letter to be there and not seeing any results. Because we have said that the 2.3 that the government is allocating to NIB is too much at this time. Under these current circumstances, there is no need to give 2.3 billion to NIB and allow your citizens, mainly retirees and sick people, to go without their medication. So I assist NIB, but not to the tune of 2.3 billion, so that you can free resources that can go around and settle these local funds that are due to mainly these pensioners and the sick people who are requiring these funds from their savings to take care of their medication.
And that is why you think the apology is not enough. Yes, accepted, but what you actually need is for your monies to be released, correct?
Yes, the apology is for the debt exchange program, but not what is happening now. And you can link it that if you are apologizing for what has caused people some pain, then try and resolve the current issue, which is also causing people some pains.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Edouard Nani-Antwi, and he's the convener for Pensioners Bondholders Forum, and he was sharing his concerns with us this morning. There's still a lot coming on your way on the AM show. Don't go away.